Good morning, students. The other day I was watching a press conference on the virus, and a question was asked about the development of a vaccine. And the answer was given that even if a vaccine was developed, it'd be months and months before it was ready. And in that moment, I was gripped with a little bit of a fear, and I found myself thinking, how am I going to save myself from this? When is this going to end? Like, I can't do anything about it. And so over the last couple of days, I've been thinking more and more, given that this is Holy Week, about how the virus really mirrors our human condition. Because in the same way that I can't save myself from the virus, I can't save myself from my own selfishness, uh, from my own sin, from the fact that I don't treat others like I should treat them, from my uh, inability to stop sinning. I just can't save myself. So, you know that today is Maundy Thursday, and it's a day when we traditionally celebrate Jesus' Last Supper with his disciples, and I think it's a great time, uh, especially given the day before Jesus' crucifixion, for us to just remember and reflect a little bit on the weight of our own sin and our powerlessness to do anything about it. Um, Romans talks a ton about this, and I'd encourage you to read Romans 5, but in verse 8, God says, or Paul says, but God demonstrates his own love for us in this. While we were still sinners, Christ died for us. And verse 10 says, for if while we were God's enemies, we were reconciled to him through the death of his Son, how much more, having been reconciled, shall we be saved through his life? So the good news is that the story doesn't end on Maundy, Thursday, or Good Friday. But on Sunday, we're going to gloriously celebrate the fact that Jesus walked out of that tomb. And when he walked out of the tomb, he walked out victorious over our sin. And he walked out having purchased life eternal for us. But I think it's important to know that in addition to that, he purchased the ability for us to have hope in the lives that we live right now. So while I can't save myself, because of his death and resurrection, he gives me the power to love others. He gives me the power to change old habits of behavior. He gives me the power to obey him. And he gives me the power to live not for myself, but to live on purpose and in a way that helps reconcile others to him. So I hope we spend a couple of minutes with the remainder of this week just reflecting on our own sin, but reflecting on our sin through the lens of the fact that Jesus has purchased our victory and that through him we are justified. Students, I love you. Hope you have a wonderful Easter. Hope to see you soon.